All right, day 2 of my new Ford Tremor F-150, and picked it up late yesterday evening. So now I'm just getting a chance to kind of go over the truck, maybe a little more detail for anybody here that's interested in the Ford Tremor product, F-150. And something I do like about the Ford product here is nice big back floor, but you take this here and pull it up and instantly you have a nice little storage thing here, which you got to kind of lock this in, which I'll have to push that in there with my other hand, I guess. I don't know. Figure it out here in a second, but that's a really nice feature. And it's interesting, I'm already getting a few comments on the orange theme of the Tremor, which if you're not an orange guy, which believe it or not, orange is one of my favorite colors. Can you tell? So I like it a lot, but yeah, if you're not an orange guy, I could definitely see this would possibly turn you off. And then I'm not real sure on all this power supply in the bed of the truck, which to me, most of these trucks never have a proper, power to run power tools. So I'll be amazed. This is a 2 kW, I'm pretty sure, so I'll probably do pretty good. And haven't really checked this out. Really haven't gone over the truck on my own to really give you every detail, every bit of information, but figured I'd get you to look at it, if anything. And I'm gonna do a spray in liner. They threw that in as part of the deal. So, and let me get on this truck here today and work out of it and give you some more reviews of whether she's really what you think she is and what I think she is. I'm gonna open up the engine compartment here for you too. All right, believe it or not, even at the dealership, I did not open this hood, which, oh good, that's its own struts. So that's good to know. And I sometimes feel these battery terminals because believe it or not, I've bought some cars over the years where these aren't tightened down. You're driving down the road and the car's like turning off and on. You're like, what the heck? So there you are, your big old EcoBoost V6 motor. I mean, so much technology in these things, it's crazy. Look at that, that looks funky, doesn't it? Wow, where do you start, right? But hey, the oil filter looks like you can maybe get to it, right? Now, is this a truck that really jumps out at you on the looks? I don't think it really is. I mean, it isn't like a wow. You're like, whoa. I mean, I think the truck's a nice truck, but like my F-350 Tremor, that thing just has that manly, beefy, pretty cool look versus like, here's my Ram 1500, which, these are really nice trucks, but man, I just don't get the excitement out of this truck. And some guys would be like, no way, man. I mean, this is the Limited, and it's got every option you can get out of it. But it just rides like a, borderline a car, an SUV. It's just, you don't have that truck feel, so yeah, it's a great truck. But man, I really like that, more of that truck type of feel, in which the Tremor to me, over like the F-150 Limited, or the King Ranch or Platinum, it just seems to me give a little bit more of that truck feel, as far as the big, bam, jump out at you. Yeah, I mean, nice truck. I think maybe if it had a little better tire package on it and do a few other things to it, that'd probably kind of help it a little bit. But one thing for sure, the truck really is a really nice truck, and it does give me that more truck feel. Now, if you see over here, this is my Ranger, which I put a performance chip in it, in the factory Ford setup, and did exhaust on it, did an air intake on it. And this is these are great trucks, but they're small. When you get inside working out of them, they're just so daggone tight. Cool truck, but it's just a whole different ride. And for me, being such a truck nut guy, you just can't replace the full-size truck. And I've had the Tacomas, tons of them, and I have a few Rangers. And you just, you know, I know it's kind of a budget thing, but geez, anymore. Tacomas and Rangers are close to $50,000, so I wouldn't be on the page anymore that you're buying that Ranger because you can't afford this. Meaning, a F-150 XLT is going to probably be just about as much as a, you know, pretty well set up Ranger or a Tacoma Pro or something. All right, now I figured it out. You take this here, down in here's a little handle, you pull it up, there you go. Now the lock feature here, that's interesting. Right, and here goes daytime driving in, not the F-450, even though, yeah, should be driving that today, right? Or the Mustang, or the other Mustang, or the ST Explorer, or the Ranger, or the Expedition, but no, we're gonna try out the F-150 Tremor. And this has that automatic seat adjustment, which I'm not excited about that. I mean, I know in the videos they're pretty big. I guess I'm pretty big. Don't eat a lot. I guess too much drinking beer, right? So you get in the truck here and we go to start her up. I'm so far away. And there's the button right there with my banana in my hand. And now it's adjusting to me. So there you go. All right. Here we go on the daytime driving, and already, like, see, I didn't notice that little speaker thing. Looks like an air filtration thing to me. Is that noise, you know, deadening sound speaker or something to pipe in the exhaust? You know, that's kind of the running joke with all these V6 motors and everything. Now, something that I was thinking about here a moment ago is I had, you know, I can't keep track of all the damn cars I buy and get rid of, but yeah, some be like, yeah, sounds like a personal problem there. Like, yep. So my Chevy Silverado, that my last one I had, I thought it was a 19 model, it could have been an 18 model. Oh boy, I'm hearing all the rocks fly off the kind of the little more aggressive tire here. But anyways, that truck, that Silverado was a really nice truck, and it had the 5.3 motor in it, and that damn thing got incredible gas mileage. I mean, that thing going to Florida, I was at like 26, 28 miles a gallon. So I'm just kind of blown away that with the Ford product and even the Ram product and, you know, the competition, that they just haven't been able to up this miles per gallon. So, you know, here's the V6, which, you know, keep in mind that Chevy is a V8. Now, it didn't have as aggressive a tire, but even this truck doesn't have an aggressive tire, I guess then the highway probably would be close to that. Now, this one here, I don't think that's going to happen because it's just a whole different setup and suspension and all. So, it'll be very interesting to see here as time progresses driving around what the real mileage is. And for me, since I'm city and highway all the time, you know, it's probably going to be that 18 miles per gallon, but hopefully better than that. And I haven't really read the detailed fuel recommendation, but hopefully it's 87 octane and not all right, so gotta get the motor going, you know. There you go, kind of that same sort of V6. I don't know, to me that V6 noise isn't as apparent in this vehicle as I would feel like in some of my other vehicles, but I could be wrong in that because I have, keep in mind, the Explorer 2020 with the V6 motors. I had the Ford Expedition with the V6 motor. You know, what I'm hearing more of anything right now is the road noise, meaning the tires. I should clarify that. The tires are really what's more of the dominant noise to me. Now, I have hard hearing. I wear hearing aids, so you guys probably hear a lot more than I do, but even though it's coming through my phone. So as I mentioned last night, this thing really seems to me, you know, the power to weight ratio seems you know, just in order. It doesn't seem underpowered by any means. You know, is it overpowered like, hey, the Ram TRX? Yeah, no, that's not the story. Now, I'm a huge Ram, Mopar, Dodge guy, and I know some of those that follow me are forum members, you know, because I'm really big in some of the Mopar stuff. You know, they would probably say, well, why do you buy a TRX? I mean, for the price of this vehicle, I mean, this is a $71,000, it's basically a $72,000, you know, MSRP vehicle. So if you compare this vehicle and you get a real base Ram TRX, you order one and, you know, you don't pay ADM, which if you order one, you probably won't have to do that. You know, you're right there in pricing. So the Tremor versus the TRX, I'm just kind of on the Ford page right now, where I just kind of really do like their product, and I've got good relationships with Ford dealers, and I'm just really more on that focus at this time. Now I'm driving through an area that's really really bumpy and everything, and oh my gosh, I tell you what, as much as much as I don't want to go down the path, that this truck is very similar to the Raptor, I'm telling you right now it is. So all the Raptor guys, I know they're like, no man, you are so wrong, blah blah blah. Well, if you don't own the truck, I wouldn't get too far ahead of yourself, because this definitely has that Raptor feel in the suspension, as far as just sucking up the bumps. And you know, and once again, I mean, I'm a Raptor guy, so I'm not going to sit here and say this is better than Raptor, but I will tell you this much: this truck definitely has that Raptor, like, you know, structure, or whatever they want to call. Ford used that technology in this truck.